Yeah. Call this meeting to order. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. This is the Porter County Board of Commissioners meeting, special meeting, April 30th, 2018. What we're going to be working on today and talking about today in the special meeting is our Cumulative Bridge Fund. And so with that, I guess I'll turn it over to Scott. He can give us the outline of all the things that we need to do, deadlines and everything else. So Scott, I'll turn it over to you, Attorney Clerk.
All right, so on the introduction of the resolution, we have a resolution to reestablish the Cumulative Bridge Fund. Been working in tandem with the auditor at length on this. The timing of this has changed from last year. As you remember, we were doing the reestablishment of the Bridge Fund more in June and July into August, and not so crammed at the beginning of the year. But the statute has changed, so that's why we are doing it by the end of April. Basically, the resolution would be to take the rate to 4 cents on each 100 assessed valuation. It's currently at 2 cents. Again, this doesn't increase the overall tax rate. It just secures an additional 2 cents per 100 of assessed valuation to go to our bridge fund, and that's the introduction. And then we would need to move on to the public hearing to see if we have any public input. It has been advertised as required, and Vicki in the auditor's office again will have to do some heavy lifting and get this out this afternoon with the appropriate copy of the legal advertisement out today. So we do have this pretty tight, but it's basically because of the change in the state statute and the timing. But overall, this would take the bridge fund rate to 4 cents.
And I believe this is our third time in 4 years that we've doubled it. I think currently at the 2 cents, we're second from the bottom?
Yep.
So we're 91st or 91st in the county with regards to tax rates. Doubling it is our max we can do. So you can only do it, the most you can do is double it. So where would the 4 cents put us then?
No.
Vicki, do you have any idea, or if not, that's okay. I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Well, she did provide us with a list of the cumulative bridge rate, the major bridge rates of some other counties that would be more like us, and we're still, you start 12 or 13 are on this list. We're still towards the bottom of that list, and still have some of the most amount of bridges that anyone has, being with our geographic location. So this is probably something that needed to be started years ago, and we're just catching up with it to get that bridge fund to be able to maintain, what do we have, 127 bridges countywide? Yep. And if anyone pays any attention to the bills that come in from the bridge work, they're significant. $500,000 doesn't get you far on a bridge. So I believe this would take our bridge fund probably somewhere closer to $3.5 million a year to allow for maintenance. Which, if you start taking $3.5 million over 127 bridges, still doesn't go very far. Yeah. But it's a continual step in the right direction, and allows us to continue to knock some of those bigger things off.
Any other questions from the board, or?
This doesn't affect the tax rate at all?
No.
No.
We're just assuring that this amount of money out of the tax rate goes towards infrastructure.
So this would come directly from the state into that fund, so they're the ones that, it just bypasses the whole county government process, right?
It's when the pie is split up, the bridge fund gets the 4 cents per 100 of assessed.
Right. we're just grabbing a little more.
It's kind of ridiculous this wasn't done years ago.
Well, and that's, well, and
I mean, that money's sitting there, I mean, according to what you're telling me, that money's sitting there for us to have, we could have requested this at any time.
It
well,
would have come out of
Our
the
fair
budget,
share.
though. It's not like a pot for the state, it's a pot in our county.
yeah, our county tax pot. This just takes a little, just a slightly more of that slice.
So who gets the lesser slice then?
That's
It's
what the-
spread out.
The council would, that's what they have to work through now.
When they do the budgets, this will just get taken off the top.
But it's equally, it's not just our county council. This is throughout county.
Yeah,
So,
Because we take care of all the bridges in the whole county.
municipalities and everything.
Municipalities, everything else that would affect
It's really
you.
not very painful,
It's not, it's hard to even see.
Yeah.
but it makes a big difference to us.
And I think years ago, there was quite a bit of money that was sitting in the bridge fund, and it was a fund that a lot of people used off occasionally. And I think there was a healthy balance in there, so I don't think anybody was really
I think when
looking at it.
we had the bankruptcy, people started borrowing from it,
Yeah.
That's how much money was in it.
yeah.
But now that we're actually actively keeping up with the bridges and trying to get on the maintenance program and things like that, this became painfully clear that this wasn't going to be self-sustaining.
I think these are results of all part of our reorganization of the highway department and the things that were happening out there. And I think now we have a better handle on where we're at with our bridges than what we had before, and thus the need, I think. So, any other questions? So with that, I think now we have to go into a public hearing.
Correct.
And
Line them up.
line them up, and then we'll close the public hearing, come back to the commissioners' meeting, and we'll talk at that point. So with that, I'm going to pause the commissioners' meeting, open a public hearing, and what we would like to do is, first of all, ask anybody wishing to speak against this resolution, first time, to please come forward. Second call, anybody wishing to speak against this ordinance, please come forward. Third and final time, anybody wishing to speak against this resolution, please come forward, forever hold your peace. And now we'll move to anybody wishing to speak in favor of this resolution, please come forward. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this ordinance. Third and final time, anybody wishing to come forward and speak in favor of this ordinance, please come forward. Resolution, excuse me. And with that, nobody willing to come forward. With that, we will close the public hearing. We'll now open up the commissioners' meeting again, and we'll open up the floor on this resolution. And would this be a first reading, or is this just a one-time shot? Okay, okay.
Motion to approve the resolution reestablishing the cumulative bridge fund.
Second. We have a motion and a second for adoption of resolution reestablishing the fund rate for Porter County as prescribed in the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. So we now have submitted for a new fund rate increase for Porter County. So with that, any other matters before this board? Anybody wishing to address this board? And with that,
Just
this-
a quick
Oh,
comment.
yep.
That's right, it's going to bring the levy to around $3 million. We'll know the precise amount at budget hearing time.
Okay.
I had it way down.
Yeah. Thanks, Vicki.
Okay.
And with that, this board stands in recess. Thank you.